Start recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Neon Abyss. This is my new obsession right now.
1 in 200 people on Earth live in Tokyo.
Oh, interesting. Let me... Options...
The 17th century explorer Louis Joliet, who is famous for mapping the Mississippi River, lost his original drawing of the map when his canoe capsized and later redrew it from memory.
cool for him.
Arthur MacArthur the Fourth, the only child of Douglas MacArthur from World War II fame, has been living in a private life since his father's death in 1964, living under an assumed name and residing in the Mayflower Hotel until 2004.
I was gonna say something, but I can't... I had like a fact, but I can't remember what the fact was.
Many of Benny Blanco's early tracks are at 120 beats per minute, default tempo for Pro Tools. He didn't realize he could adjust it, so he ended up just using the tempo for many of his initial projects. This included hits like Kesha's TikTok, Katy Perry's Teenage Dream, and Tayo Cruz's Dynamite.
Oh, that explains so much. I fucking love
Branches,
TikTok.
Click Clock,
No, no,
or
no,
TikTok.
no, Kesha's TikTok.
Okay. The first author to be named in all of recorded history was a Mesopotamian poet, princess, and priestess called Enheduanna. She was born in 2285 BCE and was the daughter of Sargon the Great.
What about Sargon the not so awesome?
Uh, the idea of the original Final Destination film came after its co-writer Jeffrey Redrick read a story about a mother of a passenger who had a premonition of her daughter's flight, convincing her to switch flights and avoid the initial plane, which ended up crashing.
Yeah, Final Destination was fucked up.
Yeah. During the Vietnam War, Susan Shaw and her husband, both military personnel, stole an aircraft to drop anti-war leaflets on multiple bases and aircraft carriers.
Nice.
There are an estimated 3 million plus undiscovered shipwrecks in the world's oceans.
All of them specifically in Bermuda.
Uh, Empedocles was a 5th century BC philosopher who reportedly jumped into Mount Etna to prove his immortality. However, his plan failed when the volcano spat out one of his bronze sandals, revealing he had perished.
What? No, you're telling me that jumping into a
The volcano is
volcano is a bad
bad.
idea? Yeah. You're telling me that the goddess Pele isn't there to give me fat smoochies?
75% of people surveyed said they would never marry a partner who was unemployed.
Ew.
In densely populated urban areas, the chance of rain gets higher during the course of the week, up to 22% more.
Actually, I'm gonna take it back. I can understand why it would be kind of like a uh not wanting to marry a partner that is unemployed.
I see how it is.
Well, you're not my partner.
I am unemployed though.
I,
I
I
am your partner in YouTube.
okay, that doesn't count. I well, no, I okay.
I'm in like a weird spot where I'm unemployed, but I still have money coming in because I sell stuff all the time.
Uh, technically, technically one of
And I
my
get education grants.
technically one of my partner, my only partner that I've had in the last 10 years, did technically have an income, But it wasn't a great income because it was disability pay, and
Yeah.
uh he wanted to try and take care of me off of that, and it's like I don't think that's going to work out very well, especially with how the United States government treats disabled people, especially with spouses.
If you're disabled and you have a spouse, you don't get disabled pay.
Yeah. Because according to the United States government, you
Fuck
have
you.
somebody. I mean, yeah, fuck you, but you also have your spouse is just going to take care of you forever, so you don't need SSI pay.
It's not like even the vast majority of households in the United States need at least two different people working full time in order to pay the bills.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I ended up dodging a real bullet with that. Anyway, next random fact is I don't want to think about this situation anymore.
Uh, 46% of the world's population depend on rivers originating in Tibet.
Mm.
No voter in India has traveled more than 2 kilometers to reach a polling station because even remote voters in the mountains or deep in the jungle they set up a polling station near them to get their
Hmm.
vote. When Coke marketed their Dasani brand of water in the UK in 2004, it was a PR disaster because they referred to it as bottled spunk. They used the
Oh,
slogan, can't live without spunk, without realizing spunk was a slang word for semen.
I'm gonna be real honest. Spunk is a slang word for semen no matter where you fucking go. I don't care what people say. Like, what's the word I'm saying? What am I trying to say? I if you tell like if you use the word spunk in front of me right now, I'm gonna think you're talking about semen.
There was a congressman who, while defending a murder suspect, accidentally killed himself while recreating a scenario where the victim could have accidentally killed themselves. The defendant was acquitted.
Oh shit. You know, fuck my face with a rusty chainsaw, am I right?
What?
I don't know. You should know this by now. The things that
It
come out of
was
my
his
mouth.
name was Clement Valagan Digham.
Hmm. Imagine having ham in your name. Could not, you know.
I thought that was your middle name.
No, my
Nicholas Ham Slam Murray.
did you just fucking dox me in a fucking video?
Like we dox each other all the time.
I mean, I guess people don't need to know my full name on the internet. But you know what? Nobody. No. Okay, I don't mean this in a bad way. What was I gonna say? I nobody's gonna get to this point of the video and be like, "Oh, I know this person's name now. I should be fine." I don't know why I'm freaking out.
After an internet vote for a new middle name, Macaulay Culkin legally changed his name to Macaulay Culkin Culkin.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Uh, Wendy's stopped advertising on Ellen after Ellen DeGeneres came out as gay.
Oh, cool. So, Wendy's isn't exact,
Homophobic.
and Wendy's isn't exactly the slave that people think that they are.
I guess in a roundabout way, they were correct to not advertise Ellen DeGeneres, but
Okay, yeah,
that's
but
for other things completely. Yeah.
oh Jesus Christ, what happened to that woman?
Capitalism and being a massive piece of shit. The chainsaw was first invented to assist women in childbirth.
And so I always hear this about like the chainsaw being invented to help women in childbirth. How?
It was meant to help saw open a pelvis.
Okay, cool. Uh, I assume the childbirth mortality rate was super high back then. Then
Yeah. Turkey banned C-sections last week.
that's not good.
That's just gonna increase a lot of dead mothers and babies.
Did they give a reason, a bit stupid reason on why?
Let's find out.
All right, we'll be completely honest. Turkey kind of sucks as a place.
Planned cesarean sections cannot be medical centers. Uh, New rules apply to private healthcare institutions. Uh, Turkey had the highest C-section birth rate amongst the members of the 38 member countries of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Uh, Basically, the issue getting further attention last weekend when players from the Sisapor walked onto the field of Super League match against Fehrenbach carrying a health ministry banner saying natural birth is natural and only natural births should happen.
Jesus wept.
Uh, this was major criticism by the deputy chair of the main opposition to the current party, saying, as if the country had no other problems, football players are now telling women how to give birth.
And this law went
Do not
through.
interfere with the women's affairs with your ignorance. Keep your hands off women's bodies. Apparently, it was declared that this was the year of the family uh, in January, are urging people to have at least 3 children. Uh,
No.
so yeah, we're gonna demand that people have more babies while restricting one of the main ways we have babies.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be real honest with you, dumb bitches. Obviously I'm not calling our viewers dumb bitches, but like, how do I? Sorry, uh, okay. Obviously, don't tell a woman how to have fucking birth. If they want to give birth via natural means, or not, that's their prerogative. Oh fuck. Uh, but also, um, a C-section tends to be emergency care, because I was a C-section baby. You want to know why I had to be a C-section baby? Because I had my umbilical cord wrapped around my throat when I was trying to come out of my mom. So if my mom kept pushing, I would have hung myself in the womb. So yeah. Anyway, the next random fact.
Apparently, was formerly a health policy measure turned out to be an authoritarian demonstration of power and a transparent attempt to divert attention from the protests, political tensions in the country, in order to, by controlling how women may give birth, uh, and thus control their matter of state and their physical self determination, uh, in order to reduce democracy, freedom uh, throughout the country.
Ah, I see.
Oh, yeah, did you hear that Trump arrested a judge?
I did not hear about that.
Trump sent ICE to arrest a judge uh, who, because the ICE officials tried to come in courthouse and arrest one of the people who was on the I think it was, I don't know if they were. I don't know what exactly happened, like where they what the person was doing. I don't know if they were like on trial. I don't know if they were like one of the witnesses, or they were like a part of the jury. Anyway, ICE tried to come in and get them to deport them. The judge said, "Do you have a warrant?" ICE did not have a warrant, so she refused, and then she was arrested.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Well,
So that means that this has also come from recent rave of ICE agents just being told, just go ahead and go into people's houses and place a business without warrants, which means the rule of law means literally nothing.
yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. That's just fucked up.
Um, Grover Cleveland was a sheriff for 3 years.
Damn, not my good friend Grove Cleveland.
Um, both of Weird Al's parents died on the same day due to carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh yeah, so actually that is something that I've learned semi recently. Weird Al is old.
Yeah,
I thought when he did like parodies of like
he's
of
65.
yeah, no, that's the thing I'm trying to get to. When I thought he like what's the word, like he made like parodies of like Beat It and uh Bad, like like you know, like in the 90s or something. No, those were released like uh what's the word, hang on, let me look it up. uh when was Beat It released? Beat It Beat It was released 1982. Eat It by Weird Al was released in 1984. I did not know this. I thought like Weird Al, how do I put this? Like was fair, not fairly young, like he was active with his music in the 90s. Uh and you know, he just did a but he parodied a lot of old songs. I did not know that he's like 65.
Yeah.
This was a
Apparently, his parents died in 2004
oh
after a gas leak from their fireplace.
oh and then he went on stage to still do a show,
Yeah,
and he was
because they
like,
died while he was on tour.
yeah, he was like, hey guys, oh, I don't know if he actually said this, but like he basically let everybody know what had happened, like his parents dying and then him still continuing the show. Yeah, Weird Al, you're a real one.
Yeah.
Didn't he also do a parody, like a episode, a Star Wars Episode 1 parody, and because the movie wasn't out, I forget what the story is. Game, goddamn it. Uh,
Apparently, Weird Al has rejected doing the Super Bowl halftime show, but stated he would be willing to special guest if another musician requested it.
okay. Sorry, I'm thinking of. It's not necessarily my favorite. It's just one that I think about sometimes. It's his parody of Royals by Lord, Aluminum Foil. Do you remember that
Floyd.
one?
Yeah.
That one was I
My
that
personal favorite is I'm So Handy.
uh I really like Hardware Store.
Yeah, got a good line to it. And then of course there's Amish Paradise.
I have not listened to Amish Paradise.
You have not. I doubt that.
I I
You've
would
almost certainly heard it at some point.
have I.
Yeah, it's a parody of Gangster's Paradise by singing about being Amish.
Okay, there's another one that I really like, and you're gonna judge me hardcore. What once I say it?
Fat.
No, 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 no. You're gonna judge me because you're gonna know why I liked it because of some of my interests. One of my favorite Weird Al songs is "That's Your Horoscope Today"
Okay.
because of Homestuck.
Okay. Uh, remember Weird Al was killed by a Visibub.
Oh shit, he was what?
Yeah.
Is this a reference to his newest polka song where? Yep.
Yeah, where he was a fucking vampire.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what I was gonna say. I feel like I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought.
Well, listen to this episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.